Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a Portuguese house. Now this is a traditional house like you would see in my hometown. And yes, I am in fact Portuguese from Portugal, which is not Spain. Uh, Despite all the speculation on my nationality, I am from Portugal, more specifically from the Algarve, and my hometown or my city is Portimão. It is in the south of Portugal, next to the sea. So this is a three-bedroom house, and like I said, it is a house like you would see in the Algarve, with the same colorings and stuff like that. Obviously, in The Sims 4, you've got some limitation in regard to swatches or color schemes that you can use in windows and doors and all of that. But I have tried to make it as authentic as possible, and I think in the end it looks absolutely Portuguese. So this is a three-bedroom house, and as it is something that I know because I am Portuguese, it was very easy to furnish and build because I'm in my element, you know. Portuguese people tend to like modest houses instead of lavish, luxurious things. Of course, there are exceptions, but mainly it is like that. Houses are more modest, even like the large estate houses and stuff like that. They look more modest. And by the way, just to add, if you think it looks Spanish or Mexican or Brazilian or anything like that, it is Latin. So it will look a bit like that, but it's not. This, for example, is a three-bedroom house with a pool and a large garden. And I mean, it would be quite expensive in Portugal to buy a house like this, but yet the furnishings and the decor are more modest, more a low scale kind of a thing. Typically floors in Portugal are some kind of tile or stone, and normally you got a lot of terracotta tiles, so that's what I used in the entirety of the house. Obviously, Portugal being in a very hot country, there is no carpet, and that is a very good thing. There is no carpet. You do have some more modern houses that do have wooden floors or stuff like that, but mainly it is tiles. And also because of the heat, normally the houses have shutters, some kind of a shutter, because during the day you would close up your whole house, which I know makes no sense because you can't see the pretty sunlight. It is just to keep the heat away. So I built this out of homesickness a bit. I have lived in England for the past 7 years, but sometimes I still miss home, you know, especially now with the World Cup in full force. Portuguese and football, eh? Yes, we love football, and I miss being in my country when Portugal plays, because it's not the same thing being in a different country. Although I do know quite a lot of Portuguese in England, it's still not the same, and I miss going to a game or watching a game and, you know, celebrating and drinking sangria and on the beach. So yeah, well, that's enough about football and sangria because you might not be very interested in that. Well, anyways, I digress into football. The house has 2 double bedrooms and 1 single bedroom that I converted into a little home office. Obviously, if you do need the extra bedroom, you can just put a computer to a side and fit a bed in, or you can just put a computer anywhere else in the home. This house, if you do want to expand it, you can go up or anything like that. The house has two, is it two? I think it's 2 balconies. There's 2. There's one coming off of the main bedroom and one coming out of the office, so you can possibly make it like a big space and then divide it in 2 bedrooms. I don't know. you can figure it out. So there is one family bathroom upstairs. Typically, traditional houses do not have bathrooms downstairs. You will see it in more modern houses, but this is not a modern house. This is a traditional house, so you wouldn't see a bathroom downstairs. You have a lot of these things outside that I have no word for it in English. I have no idea how to say it, and I keep saying this word in Portuguese. It's called a telheiro. It is that roof kind of thing that provides some shade, and I wanted to put some kids play stuff outside, like a swing, because now with the seasons we've got swings, which is very good. It's the best thing ever. Stupid that the game haven't had swings, and the game was out in 2014, but still we have swings. And again, in Portugal, I mean, you possibly could put a swing outside, but it would be like so hot that your kid would burn to a crisp. So I decided to be family friendly and play safe and put it under a little shading area, have a little park there. I put a little tub with toys and a toy box and a little kiddie pool, so the kids can be in there and be safe and not burn in the hot sun. So downstairs there is a space where you could possibly convert it into a bathroom. It comes out of the kitchen. It is a little 4x4 room that I have made into a pantry. One of the best things of Portugal is almost every house I've ever lived in, no, actually every house I've ever lived in, and almost every house I've ever been in, you will have a pantry, to keep the mops and the brooms and the food, and have a little bit of that. So this being authentic, I had to use it. So I put a little space there. So if you do need a bathroom downstairs because you've got too many Sims or it takes too long to go upstairs, you can put a little half bath in there, whichever suits you best. Now the kitchen tiles are very, very, very Portuguese looking tiles, to be honest. Portugal is very well known for its tiles, and if you go on Google and search for Portuguese tiles, it is a very well known fact that a lot of houses in Portugal, the entire exterior of the house is plastered with these very artistic and ornamental tiles. I don't know how to describe them, with all of these funky geometric patterns. In fact, I used to live in a house like that. My house was completely tile on the outside of the house, which one is very good if you have to clean the outside of the house. You don't have to paint it. At that time, I didn't really like it, really appreciate it. But nowadays, I see that it's nice, And the windows and shutters, by the way, in Portugal, they're usually very dark green. Of course, again, limitations, Sims 4, blah, blah, blah. This green, it is a bit lighter than what it usually is, but it is what I had to go for. And typical Algarve houses, basically on the sides of the house they will have a yellow stripe, or at the top of each wall they will have a yellow stripe. Then they will have the green windows with the shutters. A lot of them have these balconies with the awnings, and again I added these pink flowers on the outside of the house attached to the walls, little ivy pink flowers. In Portugal, there's this flower, or this little ivy thing, is called bougainvillea. I have no idea if that is the way you say it in English. I should have checked, but and those are those very pretty pink flowers that grow up walls and stuff like that. And is a very common feature in a lot of houses that people would put that also to add some shading and stuff to their awnings. So I thought it was perfect. So I added quite a lot on the balcony that comes out of the main bedroom. And at the balcony, I just added a sofa and a little armchair. And the other balcony is empty. I didn't add anything in it. You can decide what you want for yourself. In the garden, you have two little flower corners. I don't know how to describe it. I forgot the word for it, so I'm sorry. And you've got a little barbecue and a pool. Again, I put a pool on the diagonal just because I could. And normally pools in Portugal are this shape. They're not round, they're not rectangular, they're this shape that I don't know how it's called, but yeah, I decided to add that. So if you have ever been to the Algarve or Portugal in general, let me know how accurate you think this house is. I think it is pretty on the spot there. And yeah, again, if you do want to download this house, I have been having a lot of problems with the gallery lately. I know everyone has it since the latest update, maybe. That's what I've been hearing, that it takes me a long time to be able to put a house on the gallery. Sometimes I have to save the game and exit it and then come back to it again, because it won't let me put any house on the gallery, which is quite strange, to be honest. But I was able to put this house on, and I even think there's 2 times that I put it on the gallery, so you got extra. So you can pick one or the other. They're exactly the same, but you can pick. Anyways, if you do want to download this house, there's 2 ways of doing that. You can either press that link in the description down below. That will take you directly to my origin page, where you can add it to your favorites and download it in your game. Otherwise, you can look for me on the gallery using hashtag SimsDesigns or hashtag SimsDesignsYT. YT obviously stands for YouTube. Yeah, so if you do download this house, tell me if you like it, if you would move to Portugal or visit Portugal based on this house. Just this house, nothing else. This is not sponsored by the whole country of Portugal, by the way. I'm just blowing my own horn for the Portuguese people. Anyway, that doesn't make sense, but I hope you got it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe, and press the little bell so you can be notified of when I put videos out, because people, again, are not being notified when my videos are out, and they think I've left YouTube. I haven't. I'm still here. I'm still the same weird woman, but I'm still here. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!